Welcome back, chat, guys. It's really bright. I actually might need to use my umbrella for this one. I feel like it's like too bright. Let me see if my grandma has some sunglasses. Okay, I found a pair. I feel so much better. I feel so much better. This is much better. Much more doable. So, guys, we have so much to talk about. Holy cow, diary. First of all, let's talk about the last video. I don't think I have the editing skills to pull off what I attempted to pull off. I honestly, when I was editing it, I was kind of bored. But I just really have to. I've really been, the more I've been doing this, the more my insecurities have been growing about this. Sorry, I just heard something buzz near me. The more my insecurities have been growing about the podcasts. Like, do I look like an idiot? Like, this is really stupid. Like, this is cringe. This is embarrassing. Like, why am I even doing this? Genuinely, like, is this really for me? Like, I don't know. I just don't know what I'm getting out of this. And I'm only 5 episodes in, and I don't know. But I'm trying not to listen to it. I'm trying to keep going because, I want to commit to a year. I said I would do a year. I want to commit to a year. What am I doing if I say I'm going to do this for a year and then I only do 5 episodes? I just can't live with myself like that. Okay, so diary, let's practice a little gratitude right now. I really love my iPad. Am I recording? Let me check. I really love my iPad. I love my MacBook. Sorry, my water bottle fell. Ooh, it fell again. I love my iPad. I love my MacBook. Oh my god. The feeling I get when I pick up my MacBook, it's like electricity is running through my veins, you guys. I just love my things. I love my things. Like I love my AirPods. The same thing with my AirPods. When I pick them up and hold them, ooh, ooh, that's the stuff. That's gold. So I'm very happy and grateful for that. And I'm also very grateful for my family. It's been really a great time seeing them. I've been having a really great time with them, to be honest. Like, I miss my family so much. Ooh. Speaking of family, guys, we have so much to talk about. I don't even know how we're gonna get to all of it. So I guess let's just go down the list of stuff we need to talk about, diary. Um, so I've seen my dad, and I haven't seen my. Okay, let's start with dad. I seen dad, and dad and I went to San Francisco, and dad and I drank together, diary. Dad and I literally drank together. Dad was buying me cocktails. And diary, that's crazy because dad has been sober for so long because our family has a history of, having issues with alcohol. It's just in my bloodline on both sides, to be honest. Um, so, he kind of took a step back from the liquor for a really long time. Like, I'm talking over a decade. And I guess he decided to start drinking again. So, yay me! He bought me like 3 cocktails. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Yeah, it's been really nice because, like I said, I mean, like, I guess we're distant, but he's still like my dad. I still love him. He still loves me. I know he loves me, and he knows I love him. And we're just not particularly close, and that's fine. But I feel like we really got close this weekend. But he saw me. Man, he saw me hungover. He saw me drunk. He saw me throwing ass. He saw me. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have so much to talk about. We have so much to talk about. But yeah, so saw dad. That was pretty cool. But before I actually, oh my god, yeah. Where did I leave off with you guys actually? So I left off with the road trip, which I guess was up to this moment, like I got here in Sacramento. But I want to talk about an event that I did, diary, before I left. Literally, like the day before I left, I went with my friend Ryder to. I have to stop doing that. I know I do that a lot, and I really have to stop. Guys, guys, I have been smoking nonstop. My voice is fried. My voice is fried. I'm freaking cooked. I have not stopped smoking, and I will not stop smoking. You know, look, not the Nick stick though. I will not smoke the Nick stick. I'm sorry. I just can't get into it. It makes me too nauseous. It makes me too sick. I can't. I can't do it. The high is not worth it. The high is not worth it for me. Anyway, yeah. So my friend Ryder was doing this project. I don't know if it was for school or what he was doing it for, but he wanted to pick up trash on the side of the road. So I went and picked up trash on the side of the road. And you know what? I really felt good about myself when I did that. I've been really wanting to do some kind of volunteer work like that and, see if it really resonates with me. And I did it. And you know what? It kind of did. I don't think I would do it regularly, but, it was kind of giving. It kind of was. And then also, I had a dental reevaluation because the dentist I was with um, left the building. They exited the building. So I had to get a new reevaluation by a new dentist on what to do with my grill because my grill is absolutely fried. I was going to say a curse word, but never mind. My grill is fried and they want to do adult braces. Adult braces. That sounds so cute, guys. I really feel like adult braces could be cute. So I'm actually really excited for adult braces. My iPad keeps locking. Is it like in low power mode or something? And yeah, so then I did that, and then after that, also before I left for California, my girl and I went to get ramen one last time, right? And we pull up to the ramen spot. It's about, I don't remember, 2, 3 in the morning. That's usually about when we pull up to the ramen spot. It's about 2, 3 in the morning, and there's like a group of people outside the ramen spot. They're kikiing. They're kind of being a little loud. And my girlfriend I'm with, she doesn't really like big crowds like that. She really likes to prefer her. She likes her space, and I really don't care. I really could not care less. But we wanted to smoke a little beforehand. We wanted to smoke a little beforehand, and she was kind of nervous about the crowd. And like I'm looking at the crowd and they're looking like they just stepped out of an episode of Wild and Out, and I'm like, girl, they're not gonna say anything. And she's like, you're right, you're right. So then we start packing the bowl, and she's still kind of paying attention to them. I'm kind of packing the bowl. She's like, Robin, they're fighting. And I'm like, oh. And so I kind of look at them, I'm looking at paying attention. And I can kind of see they're kind of like talking like really loud. They're not necessarily like making really angry faces or anything, but they are like talking really loud to whoever they're talking to. And then he pulls this move. He pulls the in front of the ramen spot, bro. Like, what possibly could warrant that in front of the ramen spot, bro? I hate it here. I hate it here. Why? Like, why? Like, that literally was so unnecessary. Like, there's, no, it's the ramen spot. Like, what could he? Like, you're men, and it was a man. Of course, it was a man. I'm about to rip my hair out in frustration. People who like are so reckless with their firearms like that make me sick. They make me. I literally think you should be imprisoned. Okay, okay, maybe not too much, not too much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll reel it back. I'll reel it back. But yeah, so that happened, and that was crazy. Ooh, girl, getting flashbacks. So yeah, what else do we have to talk about? Yeah, so that happened, and also something else I've been thinking about is so like I don't know how to put this. I act, and I dance, but not in that order. Okay, so it's a thing. Okay, so if you are like in like performing arts, like the term triple threat, which is means you sing, you act, and you dance. Um, but you know that not all of those are at the same level. So I would say I'm a singer first, my a dancer second, and an actor third. But I wish I was an actor first. But then again, I don't know, maybe second. I don't know. Like, I wish I was a better actor. I feel like I could be better at acting, and and in high school, I went to a performing arts high school for acting, and I was always getting like middle, like I was getting like B's, C's, and like two D's I got, I remember. But mostly I was getting B's and mostly C's. And it was so infuriating because I was working so hard. I could not figure out why everyone felt my acting was so mid-tier. And I definitely got better as time went on and as I kept practicing, but I don't know, I just, that first impression of being mid, like I just couldn't escape that image of being a mid actor that everyone had of me. So, you know, sorry, there was a mosquito. A mosquito. And another thing about that, dude, oh my gosh. I mean, I was insecure in high school. Who wasn't insecure in high school? We're high schoolers. Like insecurity is like part of the situation. So in high school, I was like at my breaking point. I was so stressed out. I was doing so many things. Like, hi, Grandpa. What are you up to? Smoking? Hello? Chat. I don't know yet. Am I muted? What are you doing out there? I'm recording an episode. Oh. Yeah. Do you want to say anything?
Middle of a construction site.
They're doing. He's upset because I showed you guys. There's a little bit of construction in the background. We're doing some work around the house. Oh, hi, sweet baby. Guys, we're gonna talk about pets in a second, but come here. The dogs aren't that crazy about me, but honestly, I'm not crazy about them to begin with. They irritate me. I'm sorry, I'll say
He's
it.
a cat person.
I'm a cat person. What are we talking about? My grandparents are going to be in the corner during this, just so you guys know what's going on behind the camera. Okay. But yes, I don't know. Guys, I really don't want to talk about it, but let's not talk about it yet. We're not going to talk about it yet, but okay, so I feel like the combination of the dog, it's the cataracts. We're gonna wait for the dog to come nearby, and then we're gonna scoop him, and I'm gonna show you what he looks like. But anyway, I feel like a combination of me going to the gym, me on my medication, me going to therapy, and then like this vacation that I put myself on, like and really putting myself first. I feel like I'm really seeing the fruits of those labors. And I literally used to. Okay, so I used to wish. I used to wish I was an abortion. Ooh. Ooh, genuinely, I really would. It would save me a lot of hassle, but lately I don't feel like that. So that's really good. Um so yeah, and then also, oh, I remember what I had to do beforehand. Okay, so before I had to come here, I had to get my medications in order. And I have two medications that I take, my prep and my crazy meds. And I got the prep, but then the crazy meds, I was telling her I had to have a meeting with a psychiatrist before I could get my crazy meds re-upped for the vacation. And so I'm at the meeting with her and I'm telling her my symptoms. I'm like, girl, I don't have a libido, and girl, I'm gaining weight steadily and I'm killing myself in the gym and starving myself, and it's not working. Like, I'm not losing weight. Barely I'm losing weight. Barely I'm losing weight. So then she's like, okay, girl, I got you. I'm going to prescribe you this new medication, which is the same medication you're on, but it also has a appetite suppressant with it, because this is such a common issue with the medication I'm taking that it makes you gain weight, that they also made a separate of the same medication but with an appetite suppressant. So that's cool. So that they knew that was coming and they let it happen. They already know I have issues with me, what I look like, and they freaking gave me a crazy med that's going to change what I look like. But anyway, so she prescribes me the medication. She's like, okay, I'm going to be honest, the insurance might not clear it, and it's going to be a hefty price. And I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be like $300 $400 for this bottle, but whatever, if the insurance doesn't clear it, but we'll see. So then I get her to put the prescription through. I go to the pharmacy, I pick it up, and they're like, okay, yeah, the insurance didn't clear it. That's going to be $1,500. I think I actually laughed out loud. I actually did. I laughed out loud because and I said no thank you and I did not take that. So I'm just gonna have to figure it out. But then like okay, but for the longest time they were like, we actually don't see the prescription at all, so we don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, I literally just came from the pharmacist. I just came from the psychiatrist who said she put it in, and I also just talked to her 5 minutes ago. I called her and to see if she put it through, and she did. And they kept saying that they didn't have it. And then when they did have it, it was 1,500. So then I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just take my regular medication. Can you guys just text me, send me the text notification when it's ready? They were like, yeah. Never got the text notification. Never got my meds. But um, so I was kind of irritated because like apparently something had been messed up on their end that the prescription didn't go through to the pharmacy. So I was kind of irritated at my psychiatrist a little bit. But honestly, I had another meeting with her that literally the next week after that. And honestly, she kind of made up for it because she was like, look, I'm sorry that it didn't work out. What if I prescribe you a different appetite suppressant that will go through with your insurance? So once I get back home, I'm about to be on the Ozempic and I'm about to be squinty as heck. So I'm very excited for that. I'm actually really excited for that. Because oh my gosh, I've been working so hard, you guys, and this is gonna make it so much easier. Like, bruh, like you had no idea. I wish I could show you guys like the dog is doing something over there. But anyway. Also, whenever I come to California, I am so culture shocked by the customer service experience because skill of the trade, I'm in hospitality and I already told y'all I'm good at what I do. Like a bit I got employee of the month. And honestly, my coworkers know like it's no tea, like it's not really like they girl, it's cute. Thank you, but it's not that, but because I'm good at what I do. So I do look at hospitality when I go out to other places. And when I'm at home and in Vegas, it's like it's very like, you know, they're willing to help you. They're a little too much. I just want to be left alone most of the time and I can't get them to like stop asking me if I need help. And that's in Vegas. But when I come here to California, oh my God. I'll literally ask them for something that they literally get paid to do. And they'll look at me like I just like put a curse on their family. Like I'll be at the grocery store and I'll ask for a grocery bag and they'll just stare at me for a good 5 seconds. Because also they don't give you grocery bags here. And also what they also do here is I I told you before my dad was buying me cocktails. Why do I get the cocktail and it's a paper straw in my cocktail? You people are sick and this place needs to go underwater stat. Guys, the sun is baking me alive. I can't lie. We're already at 22 minutes. That's how you know it's been a crazy week. We're already at 22 minutes. I'm barely halfway through. But yeah, fun fact actually, another skill of the trade. You know how when you're walking up to someone and you kind of like don't know when to say hi? Well, there actually is like a certain distance that is recommended that you greet someone when you're approaching them, and that's about 10 feet. And honestly, once you start putting it into practice, it feels kind of natural. About 10 feet away to be like, hey, what's up? How are you? You know, so that's that, all that. But yeah, the customer service here, girl, it's not great. I can't lie. At the hotel in San Francisco, though, I will say the customer service was A plus. I will say, and yes, I did go to San Francisco for the weekend. Yeah. Also, so my girlfriend Zeus, she was like, "Girl, you're literally my best friend," and like, it's like official. Like I'm her best friend, and I would say she's my best friend for sure. But I would say like, but I wouldn't say she's my only best friend because like I don't know, I just have so many people in my life who offer me like different things. Like no one she is definitely my best friend and no one offers me what she offers me and I love her and I love her for that. And there's also people like that who offer me stuff that she doesn't offer me. Like Like, just because people are different and relationships with people are different. So that happened. And yeah. Also, while I've been up here, I did go to the club, and guys, I think I found my people. Like, so when I'm clubbing in Vegas, I find it so difficult to get a club that's playing music that I like and I can vibe to. Well, actually, I can vibe to any music, but music like I like, music that hypes me up. But since I've been here, most of the clubs I've been to have been playing banger after banger. I don't know if my music is just northwest coast or like what that's about, but the music they play at these clubs, oh, it gets me lit. Oh, it gets me absolutely lit. And I love it. I love it. Okay. So I'm actually pouring sweat right now because it's actually so freaking hot. Also, okay, let's talk about the San Francisco trip for a second because okay, so we go out. There was this club called Mother, and okay, so first night we go out to the club and we go to this one club called Q Bar, and that was we get really grandma gets really crunk at Q Bar. Specifically, grandma gets really crunk at Q Bar. Um, and I don't want to say she got too crunk because she kept her composure, she kept it cute, she kept it classy, but she was wobbling. She was wobbling really hard. So yeah, it was really bad. But we really wanted to go to this bar called Mother, because grandma's friend had recommended it and she said it was a really good bar. So then we get there and immediately they turn us away. They see grandma, they see how she's stumbling. They're like, we cannot let her in. And like, fair. We were like, okay, T, we'll go. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. So then the next night comes and where did we go first? We went to this club called Audio, and the ticket said the show starts at 9:30. And we get there and they're like, actually the venue doesn't even open till 10. So I don't know why you heard 9:30. Me with the ticket that says 9:30. I don't know where you heard 9:30. The literal doors don't even open till 10. And if this was Vegas, maybe the performer might not have shown up at might not have shown up at 9:30, but they would have opened the doors at 9:30. Believe that. Believe that. And then we're waiting at the door and they were like, actually, you have to wait over there in a different line. And they wouldn't let us, they made us go all the way to the back line after we were literally in front because we got there at 9:30 because they said the show starts at 9:30. Anyway, so that was annoying, but I got over that quick because then we got in and it was really lit. It was a very mature crowd, I will say. I want to say like 30s to like mid 40s the crowd was. Um, which is on the more mature side for nightlife. Uh So yeah, and then so we started the night with some house, some techno music, blah 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 blah. And then we're like, hey, we're kind of getting fatigued at this club. They're playing good music, but it's like the same music, and it's getting a little like I'm getting fatigued. So let's try to go to Mother's again. Yes, let's try to go to Mother's again. None of us are really that drunk. We're all just got a nice little buzz. Let's try Mother's again. I gotta stop doing that. We get to Mother's, and the music is not really good. The club is kind of empty. It's definitely like a Saturday night, but whatever. So we're hanging out there. We're all kind of kikiing, just hanging out. And then my grandma and grandpa go to have a smoke, and my brother goes with them. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then we're hanging out. We're hanging out. I'm still inside with my dad and my stepmom. And we're noticing that grandma and grandpa have been gone a suspiciously long time. They usually don't take this long to have their cigarettes. So then I go and they're at the door, and bro, they kicked out. They kicked them out again, a second time, because my brother had taken his cocktail outside and taken a sip of his cocktail. So him and his entire party could not re-enter the building. Oh my gosh. And on top of that, they pressed my bro, they were pressing my dad and my stepmom. At the door, they were like, "You two know this is a straight club, right? Or this is a gay club, right?" Mind you, if you he hadn't said that, you could have mistaken it for a regular bar. There was really nothing gay about it. So anyway, he's pressing them, and then oh my gosh, and all her stuff was in there, bro. She's literally an old lady. Her bag was in there. They weren't gonna let her get her bag or her jacket. Anyway, so I go back and get my dad and get my stepmom. I'm like, let's go. We're leaving. This place is bonk. Like, I can't like. First of all, if this was Vegas, he wouldn't have gotten out with that drink in the first place. Let's start there. So I'm irritated. It's the same lady from last night who's like, and then they wanted to be like, oh, we remember you guys. You guys were causing big problem last night. You guys were a problem for a while for us last night. Mind you, all we did was walk up, them tell us no, and us walk away. So now they want to lie on us. And at this point, I am sick of it. So, baby, I start reading them down. I say, you know what? We don't need to be at your nasty little club. Your club probably has rats and roaches. There's nobody in here on a Saturday night. That is pitiful. And the music, don't even get me started on the music. Baby, I heard better music at the gas station. So, no, we're okay. We don't need to be at your club ever again. That's fine. And maybe I overreacted, but I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Okay, guys, we're going to talk about what I don't want to talk about. I really don't want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it. Honey is no longer with us. We did put her down a few days ago, and it was a really sad day. So we woke up and immediately we had to give Honey a bath and just freshen her up and get her nice on her last day. Gave her breakfast like she normally does, and then we kind of just locked the dogs away and let her roam the house. And she walked outside for a bit, and it was a little too hot for her to be outside without any shade. So I kind of followed her around with my umbrella around the front yard, around the backyard, and we just did that. And then we went to the appointments. And if you don't know how these appointments work, basically they inject her with two different things, three different things. First, they inject her with a flush to kind of flush, I don't know, out her system or something. I don't know. But then the second one they put in is a thing that makes her go to sleep. So it kind of just knocks her out, kind of like before you get your wisdom teeth taken out. And then the third one is the lethal injection. So, and then we went through that process, and she was gone, and then we came back to the house, and we had dug a very deep and prominent hole for her to be buried in, and they gave us a little body bag, a paper body bag, to bring her back in, and we had a proper burial, and I said goodbye. And it's been a few days now, and I've definitely noticed that she's gone, and I definitely miss her a lot. And I just have to remember that she just wasn't healthy, and like she couldn't walk anymore, and she was pissing herself, and it just wasn't good, and it was time. I just have to remember that it was time, and she's not the cat I remember. She's not that happy cat I remember, and I miss her deeply. And I don't know, I just feel like she's gonna come back, and then I remember that she's not. I really miss her. I miss her a lot, you guys. But Not to end it on a sad note, but I'm gonna end it on a sad note, Diary. Honey, you will be missed. I love you so much. You are the love of my life, and there will never be another like you. Thank you so much, Diary. I will see you next week. We'll probably be back home next week, but who knows where we'll be. Goodbye. Do.